Hello, welcome to my garage, which I had to find a spot where I could tinker just a little bit. Backyard for the dogs, a few little added things like that. Here recently I made Miss Angela a couple of spatulas and spoons and whatnot for her birthday. And I had a few little scraps of black walnut that I brought up. And I threw a few of these together for her. And she seems to like them. Little scraping spoon, little bitty guy. And then a little spatula here. And of course for her, they're too pretty to use. I started on this one the other day, just kind of a big dipper. This was a piece of driftwood. Rest of it's here somewhere. And the joys of driftwood, you never know what you got. I'm not real sure. And if somebody can tell me, there's a lot of purple hues, if I can get the right light. It's kind of rough, I know that's hard to see. There's a lot of green and purple hues, and I don't know if that's just from it being driftwood altogether, or if I don't know of anything that's purple up here. Now my thought process with this just little scrap piece of 2x here was thrown off on this side because I just kind of attacked it with a pencil. And the great thing about it is there's another side to it, and Lord knows I make mistakes. And I just straight lined it for everything it was worth for this little scrap. And I'm gonna whittle it out on this bandsaw. I didn't get to bring a whole lot of my tools with me from down south. They're still down south and they're stored. We brought another trailer load up, but I fit what I could in. So I had to buy this little old tiny tabletop bandsaw. And it was like $125 or something over here at Home Depot to get me by until I can actually get my stuff. So let's whittle this out and see where it goes. Roughed out this little junker spoon here. We'll call this the scrambled egg spoon. I'll put it on that little sander back there and get her straightened out and lined out some. I like to leave excess, that way I can work it off, and you know, it just kind of talks to you as it goes. And in my opinion, on a piece of wood, you just never know. With that piece that we picked up off the beach, I looked at it and I seen that ladle in it the second I picked it up on the beach. I'm like, ooh, there's a nice looking ladle right there. My wife's like, where? She's looking around the beach. It's like right here in this stick. And she didn't get it, she didn't see it. And some folks just don't have that eye. Unfortunately, I do, and I see something in everything. Somehow or another, maybe that's how I ended up with my wife, I don't know. Just kidding. Let's fire the sander up over here and see how we can straighten this little old rig right here out and what we can maybe make it look like. Let's see what we can do. There's kind of the rough shape with 60 grit. Just kind of a little small throw together spatula, something quick, something easy, birthday, Mother's Day, anything like that when you forget about getting a gift. I've got maybe 15 minutes tied up in this thing right now, and I'll throw my other little sander on it here. I'll start at probably about a 110, go to 220, and I may even slick it off with a 320 or something like that. Well, there we go. She went down to 320 grit. Get that light a little better. There we go. It's got some interesting grain in it, and that'll really pop once we hit it with that oil. Enough light, or never enough light. But pretty quick, pretty simple, and this could all be done with hand tools and hand sanding. Any of these little carving knives, whatever, this could all be done by hand. There's a lot of purists that make spoons and stuff, and they won't touch anything but a knife just to see how slick they can get it. Sometimes that's fun too. I'm going to show you how this cutting oil brings this piece of wood to life. If I can do this right here with you, especially give you a good before. Kind of a plain Jane piece of wood here. I'm just going to do the back side of that spatula right there. You can see that I'm going to drip everywhere. Just that one little spot. I think recommended is like 4 coats. Wipe it on. Give it like 20 minutes to kind of set and dry a little bit, and then not really buff, but wipe off any excess you got. And this is a good dry piece of wood too, so it'll really suck it up. But the difference in that, come on, light, as opposed to the handle where it's at now, or this side even. But I just wanted to bring you guys along on this little spoon making day. Just kind of follow along with me, see what I get to do when I tinker on my day off. And that handle turned out pretty nice too. There's not a lot of grain in it, but you can select your wood. Scraps, construction sites on these little bitty pieces of cut-offs. A man could make more spoons than he could shake a spoon at. You can swing by where they're building a house or something and ask those guys, hey, can I get into your scrap pile, do you mind, or your dumpster, whatever. And you could throw enough scraps in your truck, car, whatever, to work on spoons for a while. So hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you'd like to see this stuff, I'll try to do some more of it. I've got some kind of little tinkering project going all the time. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.